welcome back to my whiskey pick of the week. You know I'm Eric the Whiskey Guy, and as always, as usual, as expected, G, I'm bringing you a treat today.
Hey, I like treats.
Hey, this is a special one. This is a special one. As you see, we outside today, man. We enjoying this Florida weather. It don't get no better than this. Might as well enjoy it while we can, man.
Absolutely.
Even though we grew up in it, it's
Absolutely.
still gotta enjoy it. It never gets old. That is one thing about our area.
Mm-hmm.
It's truly a gem.
Oh man, priceless.
I would say so too, man. Priceless.
Yeah.
Now this week we're gonna be trying it's called the Stranahan single malt whiskey Blue Peak. The title alone kind of has you intrigued a little bit, right? Now,
Absolutely.
the reason I picked this bottle, and I say it's a special one, you had some outstanding questions last time that we did a review. Outstanding. I was like, man, I gotta be on my P's and Q's. And you know how your bar is you got the good vibes bar, right?
The good vibes.
My bar is, I call it the whiskey library. So I was looking through my inventory about what could be a good whiskey pick of the week that would kind of answer a lot of questions as far as analyzing whiskeys. So this is a good one. Now, I was never a big person on what's a beginner bourbon. So I feel like a beginner bourbon should be the bourbon that you ordered at the bar when you was 21. That's your beginner bourbon. If you had Jack before, that was your beginner bourbon.
Right.
So this one is more if you want to get into the difference of how they make it, the difference between bourbon and just whiskey, scotches, Irish whiskeys. If you want to do a deep dive, this was the perfect example of if you want to do a deep dive.
Okay.
Now we're not gonna really go into the rabbit hole of whiskey, but you're gonna see how complicated and as simple whiskey can be. Does that make sense?
Right, absolutely.
Now, what I like about this bottle is not your bourbons, right? So we can kind of just put bourbons to the side.
Okay.
And the reason for it is because of the ingredients that's in it. The single malt. Now, when you hear single malt, does anything come to mind or stand out, if anything at all? Just hearing single malt whiskey.
From dealing with my guy E, single malt, I'm guessing has something to do with barrel life or something with the barrel, how long it was.
You're close. You're close. But I like it because already you coming in with an open mind. You coming in with an open mind. See me, when I seen this at the store, I seen single barrel, single malt whiskey. The first thing I thought of, this might be like Scotch. Okay. Because a lot of Scotch is a single malt.
So you're saying more raw, like, because Scotch is like real. Right. Okay.
But that's where you kind of put yourself in the bind because half it tastes like American whiskey. It don't taste nothing like Scotch.
Right.
Now your taste buds all messed up. Now the malt is just the ingredients. It's only one main ingredient. There's only one ingredient that's in it.
So malt.
And that's malt barley malt.
Sweet. Like, okay.
Right.
Okay.
So you kind of look at this bottom as like, all right, the same ingredients. How did the ingredients go from it could have been in a bagel to whiskey? That's a rabbit hole you can go down. Now the reason why it's not a bourbon, because technically a bourbon you gotta have more ingredients. You gotta have a certain amount of corn in it. You gotta have a certain amount of rye that's in it to make it. Now if you just want to go and do your own thing, which is fine, it'd be American whiskey,
right?
But this only got one ingredient. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Now this one is located, this distillery is in Denver.
Okay.
Blue Peak. That's where they get it on Rocky Mountains. They all about the altitude. Now when you go to storing barrels, it's all about location, kind of like how we talked about last time with the top shelf. Blah,
Right,
blah, blah.
right.
With this one, their claim to fame is, mile high. The altitude. They try to. Hey, everything I read about, that's what they talked about. They got mile high. So that could be a good thing or it could be a bad thing. It could be a pro, it could be a con.
Yeah.
And the reason I say that, let's say for an example, I'm a Atlanta Falcons fan.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I'm saying Atlanta Falcons because they play most of their games in a dome, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's say they go out to Denver, they get blown out.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as a Atlanta Falcon fan, I can say all the reason we got blown out because the air was thin, they couldn't breathe, they were out of breath before kickoff.
Right.
I got 1,000,001 excuses
Reasons,
because of the altitude.
Yeah.
Now, if Atlanta win, I'm gonna just say they're a better team. That's the same thing with bourbon. I had a bourbon from Colorado, and it wasn't up to par.
Wasn't all that.
So I blamed it on the location. Me personally, I like my whiskeys and bourbon east of the Mississippi River. But since we doing reviews, we kind of got to get out of our comfort zone and explore. So I kind of feel like the location could play a part of it, but it may not.
Just because the local temperature?
It can be. Now, you went to a distillery. Now, if you recall, like with the barrels, was it an AC control? So it was just natural.
Natural, yeah.
So it got to be just the natural environment that's around.
You got to have some heat.
Right.
Basically.
Now, if you want to look at like if me and you wanted to start a distillery in Florida in our area, our best way or smart way to do it is to look to see what other distilleries that's got the same exact temperature as our area got, and then compare it to them. Right. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So this one is about 90. I want to say 86 proof. So it's kind of in that. It's in a spot where you can use it as a shot.
I'm loving the color of it.
Oh, you do the?
Oh, absolutely.
That gold.
That gold. Yeah. It reminds me of of old English malt liquor.
That's why I wore the St. Ives shirt every time I do a single malt whiskey.
Right.
I always look at this shirt and be like, this would be a perfect time to wear premium malt. And it got that same gold look to it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, it seems like some things never change, man.
Certain things don't.
we was drinking that before we was even really on hard liquor anyway. So this kind of like a blast from the past a little bit, man. I kind of wish we did kind of jump on it early, but I kind of don't, man. We probably would have been sleeping in somebody's backyard, man, after a dance or something.
Right.
So this bottle come in around $40, so it's in that nice little range. So let's just see what it's working with, man.
Absolutely.
I love the setup you got out here, man.
Man, I try,
A little fire.
Try. I always pour more than you.
That's all good. I like the smell to it, man.
Oh yeah.
Smell like it got a little gas. Now with this one, it's before we take it, just so I don't forget. Now this one, they do it in a Solera finish. Now Solera finish is basically a way of saying, or a phrase of saying, it's blended whiskeys. Now you can blend whiskeys in a couple ways. Now this one is they took an older barrel and mixed it with a younger barrel to come up with a smooth, like a great taste for it. But it's also a way of saying, because this is a fairly new company. They just started in 2004.
Right.
So for them, they probably didn't have a lot of barrels to actually put out for production. So they kind of blended it. That's my thought on it. But anytime you blend it, that can also be a good thing or a bad thing.
Right.
So if you see a bottle that say it been aged 10 years, but it say blended,
Mm-hmm.
the 10 year was the highest year that they had. They could have blended it with a 2, but they can still call it a 10. So you see how it can kind of
Right.
like, okay,
Right.
but you can still have that 10-year stamp on it, even though you put a 2-year whiskey in there. Now, I'm sure most people ain't gonna do that. If you got a 4-year, you want to blend it, then you blend it with a 2.
Right.
But if you got like a 6, you want to put a 6 in there because it's more mature. So
Right.
I just wanted to get that out because they emphasized that in my research, that the finish on it. So
That's deep.
yeah, man.
Knowledgeable guy.
Starting to turn into a little connoisseur.
Yeah, and it's not that oily either.
I know. I was just looking at it.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's oily, but not oily.
Right.
I've seen some thick, but that ain't thick at all.
Let's see what they be working with.
Mm-hmm. Light.
Yes.
Yeah, it's light.
It kind of got a little fruity when it go down a little bit, like that sweet, like a little berry type.
Mm-hmm.
What's your thought?
I'm getting just light all over. Not sweet. It's not a burn.
Right.
It's
right.
a little warm. But yeah, not too much on the back end. I'm not getting a lot on the back end.
So it does get it does kind of remind you of a neat Scotch, without like the aftertaste of a Scotch. You know how that Scotch, like you can have a good Scotch, but once it go down, it tastes like you just swallowed a butterscotch.
Yeah, Scotch
right?
Scotch is Scotch.
Right. This one kind of got that smoothness of it, but it also goes down like consecutively. Like it doesn't take a detour. We're like, whoa. This is that's
you feel it going all the way down.
Right. This one, man, I'm gonna give this one, based on the price range that it's in, the proof that it's at, I'm gonna give this a clean 8.5.
So let me ask you this:
Mhm.
on your 8.5, what are you, for the common folk?
Mm-hmm.
What are you comparing it to? Are you comparing it to a Johnny Walker Red? You comparing it to a, even a Crown Royal? You comparing it to a, you know what I mean?
With this one, I would say the price range. Anything that's in that $40, $35 range. So
Right.
you'll probably be looking at you'll be looking at your Johnny, I want to say the Johnny Walker.
I think red is the cheapest one, but I mean Scotch is kind of pricey.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I will put it I'll put it on the same playing field as a Crown Royal Black. The Crown Royal Black, I think it got a little harsher, harsher tone to it. Like if I had this one, like if we put a taste test up, right? I would probably say I like this one better than I like the black. So I look at that. I even look at even coming out of my comfort zone, doing it, because usually before I was doing videos, I would just randomly get a bottle, and if I liked it, then I'd do research on it and be like, oh, okay, that's a nice backstory.
Right.
So I said, well, what about if I do this in reverse?
Right.
Do the research on it, then taste it.
And then taste it.
Because that kind of plays a little bit into it as well. But I'll put it on that. I compare it to that. I haven't really had too many.
And I'll be honest, man. The only reason why I asked is because, you know, I'm tasting whiskey bourbon, like, you know what I mean. But then when you said Scotch, I'm like, oh, I can taste the Scotch,
Right.
but it's light. Like it's not coming. You know, your Crown Royals are kind of they're hefty, if that's even a term in the language.
Sounded good.
Yeah, because you know that's why I say you can see what's going down. It's real.
Right.
It ain't sticking with you long. It's going straight down because it's not a lot in it. The water content is high. That's what I'm seeing. You see what I'm saying?
Right. And it could just be with the ingredients that's in it, because like we was talking about earlier with bourbons, you gotta have so many, you gotta be at so much percentage, at least like 3 to 4 grains on it to even be considered a bourbon before you even go through the aging process. This could be a 2-year-old bourbon. I mean, a 2-year-old whiskey.
Right.
So they don't really have the age on it because it's blended. So that's like a little way to get around telling all your business.
Yeah, marketing.
right. That's marketing. But it's a if I seen this and I seen Jack Daniels, because that's not bourbon, that's Tennessee whiskey. It's pretty much the same thing. I would probably go with this one, knowing now that I tried this one.
Right.
I would go with this one. But go ahead.
No, I'll just not to cut you off, but you gave you 8.5. I'll have to agree with you on it. I didn't want to leave you hanging. Back full circle.
Okay, all right. So it's a unanimous.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I don't go neat a lot, so I look for any liquor that not a vodka, but something that I can play around with. I can make it taste the way I want to.
Correct. And
it's hard to find that in a hard whiskey. You see what I'm saying? So you look for something that's pliable,
right? Like this, right? Because you can just add a couple ice cubes on it, or a little bit of water gonna change it.
It's gonna change a splash of lime,
a little splash of lime,
splash of lemon juice,
right? Lemon juice, tonic,
right? It's gonna you can it's pliable,
right?
Yeah, it's moldable.
And this is one that because I don't really like doing shots of bourbon and whiskeys, but this would be a one that I like if I'm drinking beer and I kind of just want to catch up my buzz. I can do a couple shots of this.
Yeah.
Because I know it ain't gonna burn my chest. It's not even. I know because we at the age now, boy. You can feel a headache sometimes. Just smelling some alcohol, you be like, boy, I'm gonna be I'm gonna be on my bed tomorrow, boy. So,
absolutely.
Any other thoughts you got on this, man?
Nah, it's a simple. I mean, it's a simple but unique taste.
Right.
Even the bottle speaks for itself. Like it's rich and mellow. I mean, that's what the bottles say. That's exactly how it tastes. I like it. I see the uniqueness in it. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's hard to point out.
Give me one more swig of it real quick, man. So really talking.
Really taste that uniqueness. But yeah, I can definitely take on.
Oh, you good?
Yeah.
Now, one thing about this one, I'm glad you used like the word unique, because since they only been around 2004, they're fairly new. Like we were out of high school, and so I kind of look at these people like, man, we on the same playing field, man. We could have had idea, we had money, we probably would have been able to get this, man.
Right.
So anything over like 2000, I'm kind of like, they kind of. But if you kind of embrace it, it's kind of like with all this new technology, why not go that route? Like, man, this ain't the 1876 bourbon that your uncle them used to tell you about, man. This that new 5G.
And I'll tell you this, man. A lot of them flagship bottling companies, Jack Daniels, you name it.
Mm-hmm.
They have lost. Not to say they lost their customer base, but people want something new. You see what I'm saying? And they want a good price point. I mean, I'm a tequila guy. You see the evolution of tequila, but then you got artists putting their name on tequila.
Right.
So, some people just buying bottles off of whose name is on it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Oh, that's Kevin Hart's. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
That's like Kevin Hart tequila. I only know it because it's Kevin Hart. I don't even know the name of it.
But marketing is the key, man.
Absolutely.
I feel like we don't really hear about this one. This would be what I would call like a regional whiskey. In that region is really big. You got local whiskey,
right.
You got regional, then you got national, then you got like Scotch and Irish whiskey, that's international. Jack Daniels, that's international.
As they call it, craft beer, almost like a craft.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Like this one,
yeah.
they distill this one in the copper pot. Distill it like you do with your scotches and your Irish whiskeys. But this was definitely worth trying.
Yeah, it's definitely good and neat. Yeah.
Well, hey man, we gonna enjoy the rest of our day in the backyard, sip a little bit more, man. But this is our whiskey pick of the week. We gonna do it all again.